team that was maybe hurt the most by the removal of Anubis, their former home map, out of the pool, right? And now overpass in. Gonna get to see them play that a little bit more and how it's looking since that departure. Inferno has been kind of the replacement for this Aurora squad. That's where we're starting. And this is also a map that FaZe Clan don't really like, both in terms of results and just as individuals. I've said in a few content pieces this year, they do not like Inferno.
Definitely been some of their most devastating losses as well. If you look to some of the large tournaments and the eliminations, there's been some bad moments for FaZe on this map. So scary time to be a FaZe fan. It always is. Brokey comes up with a double down mid. But there's still damage done, and we know how quickly these rounds can turn on Inferno with player out apps, but also Madra and Underpass hearing Elige running back. I'm getting a little bit scared for Elige, caught off guard, poking out the pit. Cardia with a nice shot. That bomb can still go B. Oh,
Frozen
nice
held, and now they know where Carrigan is. He's got the bomb down, but 6 HP to try and win this round with.
Almost out apps.
He's going to try and pick his position well. He knows he needs the first kill cleanly. What's weird here is there's still a Molotov and a smoke. Molly in the pit, Carrigan's round is over.
Yeah.
Do you want to play contact here if you're Aurora? One thing they have is the element of surprise. They're hoping they can get the drop on Carrigan, who steals himself away for now. Drop down, they hear him, and Madja there to pick it up. That is one hell of a turnaround for Aurora. 2 kills from Brokey to open.
Yeah.
Past that point, everything comes up in their favor.
That's what I said in that 3v4. It's far from safe, right? With Cardia deep in apps, with Madja down in the pit, Elige not considering it. Too many open runways for Aurora, and Frozen punished with that B push. Well played by Aurora to recover. And FaZe take a full eco. It's the right call. Get your guns in ASAP. Some teams have had some rough draws here. And even though FaZe, if you look at rankings, are higher than Aurora, have had better results more recently, I guess. Mainly due to Dantara's missing Cologne. I still think this is not the best matchup for FaZe in terms of what they would have wanted, right? Facing a firepower-heavy team with very strong T-sides, with a team that plays pack really well, especially on a map like Inferno. This is going to be a hard game today for FaZe. It's also a matchup where every single time we see this happen, they trade wins. Both these teams, neither of them winning 2 in a row until the first time, since the first time these two teams faced, like back-to-back, talking Copenhagen Major. Every match since has just been one for Eternal Fire / Aurora, one for FaZe, one for Aurora, one for FaZe, just back and forth. And FaZe won the last one. So is that a good sign? Probably not.
I think in terms of style, some like similarities between these squads. And with Aurora, you maybe have a bigger degree of comfortability in your roles. Carrigan looking to start this off with a bang, all the way down through Banana. He's taking this control away. FaZe have said, one of the reasons they don't like this map is you're waiting behind smokes a hell of a lot, and so Carrigan's trying to do that as little as possible.
Oh, nice catch for Elige. Double top balcony. Elige jumps off, so they're not going to be... Whoa, I was going to say they're not going to clear rain. Maybe feeling like he got spotted as well. Elige gets a second kill in the boiler before FaZe depart. Very hard 3v5 to win all of a sudden, but long opened up. FaZe looked to close it with 3 players there. Although in the meantime, Carrigan is still on his own.
Re-clearing mid late in the round. And even though Woxic and Xantares side by side, not the guns for the job. Carrigan gets the drop on Madja on the deep push through Banana, and so it doesn't take long for FaZe Clan to get on the board.
Yeah, always unexpected when a player commits down bottom B because it opens up a path to a very quick B play. You feel like you have to rotate out the site when you have that control. And so CTs often don't commit with it, but FaZe are playing pretty active on A, right? They got that double kill on Porch. They smoke short, then they re-aggress on long, looking to keep info the whole time in the round, never wanting to be in the darkness.
Yeah, especially with the safety net of Carrigan so deep down banana, like you say. It also just means he wouldn't get hung out to dry. You know, like if that is the B play when they clear top mid, you have 3 players aggressing, able to help on those mid fights. And so a nice set of reactions there for FaZe Clan. Carrigan again. No waiting around, no rest for the Wicked. Zantares caught by Carrigan's aggression.
Yeah, that's great. On the smoke fade, Zantares a frustrating way to start the game. Doesn't get to play the round. Madja takes his gun, and Aurora look elsewhere. But again, getting stalled out on mid control. Leash behind the long smoke, and just getting cycled smokes on short here. FaZe try to force Aurora into these long setups yet again. 2 players in position. Carrigan alone at B. With info still. Ugly from Jota. Can't really fire off. And Alish goes for info yet again in middle. 40 seconds. Aurora strung out right now. Carrigan calling for a rotate. Trying to play things by the book. Aurora getting closer, but still spread thin. No trades available in this setup. Bomb might just be lost. That feels like the round. 20 seconds. And so Aurora throwing the towel.
I mean, Madge has obviously been someone that's been under a bit of a microscope in the Aurora jersey, posting some like super rough games. So going to be taking a look at that as this one continues. Because I'm thinking back to Aurora when they were really in full swing. I'm talking, you know, start of the year. Made the finals out in Bounty. And went on a streak of playoff runs. And it felt like in that kind of golden time period for them, Madja was great in clutches in particular. I remember a lot of sick Madja, you know, 1v2s. The 1-4 style he likes to call was working really well, and it felt like it was complementary because then when he was left in those clutches, he would pull through. And I think you've kind of seen less and less of that as time's gone on.
Sure.
You know, in this team, when you're surrounded by the players you are, you don't have to be top of the board. You just can't afford to be entirely quiet.
We're in a time in CS where in-game leaders have to frag. That much has been made clear by the best teams in the world. We look at Apex, when Vitality are winning everything, he is dishing out a lot of output. I think Blitz has really raised his stock this year. And Chopper as well, in the last couple of finals for Spirit, has had extremely good games as an individual. So,
I mean, yeah, back at Blast, right? There was the game where kind of Donk was really slow to get going and Chopper took control of the entire game.
Can't be quiet. Not in this day.
All right, let's see what these hero guns can do. It's labored in this round as they try to work their way in through short. They know about Rain in the pit. It's Alish up here on balcony that's meant to be a bit of a nasty surprise in this bait and switch setup, and there were 3 prongs to it. But the pace doesn't get picked up after that first kill. Aurora slowed down.
FaZe are a bit in the dark here. They don't know about long. They're scared of B. That smoke is fading. Frozen has nothing more, so Brokey must go back. That leaves a comm that long is open. There is a gap. In the back of FaZe's head, they're scared about the wrong site. Madja makes steps at Banana, and yeah, Brokey doesn't buy it. Straight back to A. 15 seconds. These 2 rifles have to make a dent.
Free kill on Zantares. Follow up on both rifles. Rain in the pit. Showers Aurora. In 5-5-6, he finishes it off with a 4th. And so FaZe Clan go ahead and sport this early lead.
Looking very comfortable right now for FaZe. Had no individual moments really for Aurora. No flashes of brilliance. Very early in the day for sure. But still, FaZe holding strong on each and every one of their positions. Mixed buy here for Aurora after those hero guns, only 3 AKs. But I think Inferno is the best map to try and get away with these kind of risky, aggressive purchases. Something the Mongols do a lot, because you know you can play these pop rounds where MAC-10s and pistols can lead the charge. But again on the boost, Elige putting down work with the AK. 2 kills over the smoke before he departs. Here's the Apps push. Finds a third headshot. Elige looking solid right now.
I mean, he just one-man armied the entire round. Sure, he has support from Rain, like stopping the spillover. But that is a beautiful 3K from Elige. Gets thrown up on that boost. And then makes quick work over Aurora.
Oopsie.
Kill back for Woxic, sure. A little bit of danger on the round now. We'll have room to work with here and a chance to get this bomb planted. What can Woxic achieve? This was 1v4 as it begins. Southpaw swings wide and right into Frozen. So no love for him in that clutch. Put down after the plant.
Just consistent for FaZe so far. 4-0 lead, or 4-2 lead rather. 4 in a row since the Rifles.
You know, I think for FaZe Clan, I'm looking kind of intently because the results in Cologne, you know, sure, they fall to Na'Vi, but they were close to making the playoffs there. And I think you're always going to hold FaZe to a higher standard than that. But this is a team that have been struggling for a minute now. And one of the things you always hear from FaZe Clan whenever they've spoke about their big moments throughout the career is this idea of, yeah, we weren't even talking to each other. We just kind of knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
I feel like they've always had such a clear identity and knowledge of how each player likes to play. And that's why, as we had some role shuffles, you even had Carrigan in the midpoint of the year taking more control and micromanaging more, right? All of that kind of chipped away at the standard FaZe Clan identity. Then you bring Simple in at the major. That was eye-opening, at least, for this FaZe Clan squad. And so I hope that as they kind of find themselves again and how they like to play, we can see the very best of FaZe Clan come back out. I don't think you're ever truly ready to fully give up on this team. That's the thing. You're always buying in slightly.
Yeah, you know me.
Even at the darkest of hours, which, you know, FaZe are kind of in right now.
Yeah, I like that you talk about Cologne because, yeah, sure, they lose to Na'Vi. They lose to Na'Vi twice, but that came off the back of Makazi pop-offs and, you know, new Na'Vi on a honeymoon right there. And if you actually look at FaZe's wins over Aurora, over Liquid, man, they were dominant. They destroyed Aurora, 13-1 on one map, 13-10 on the other. The Liquid games were not even close, neither map there.
Yeah, and they started back in the first stage, which is more games. And sure, like, you know, they're favorites in those matchups, but things can go wrong very easily.
Yeah, the ceiling for FaZe has been the question, not the floor as much. Not often a team to lose to an underdog, but Aurora are on their level. They look to level the playing field here in this A play. Popping out of apartments, denied by Elige. Brokey catches one through the smoke of the pit. 4v2, Aurora strung out again, split. They try and regroup in middle. Do FaZe realize they have the bomb? Carrigan and Frozen checking out that B bomb site again. I don't think they actually have the info just yet, but this round is already set up perfectly for FaZe. I
think, you know, this is kind of the Major effect. Like, when he's alive, you know he quite likes going on these big reroutings, and so just a little paranoid that he might be on one of these late B-lurks. They find him now at the long side, and FaZe keep it clean. Since the Rifles have made that first appearance, it's been nothing but success.
Yeah, clean is the right word. Not had Aurora get more than 2 kills in a round, and they only did that once in this 5-round streak. Love the body blocking Apps. Very annoying to get out and do those Apps pops. Play the balcony in the current Inferno.
That's perfect timing. They might come.
Carrigan calling the next move. I think he said they might come B because we've got a triple B for FaZe and we've got an Aurora who look interested. Brokey with the AWP here. The read is right. The nades connect and FaZe still sit back with 3 in the sight. Oh, that helps. That definitely helps.
Flash in, Brokey, full blind. And I mean, he's hit 2 blinders here at top banana. The wall bang on a Jota. Now a full blind follow-up onto Xantares. Brokey hasn't even seen an opponent yet, and he's got 2 kills to his name. They're just going to leave him to anchor the B site and once more free up players to rotate. They're about to assemble a 4-man stack here that Aurora would have to break through, and that's with low health. On Wakadia, Maja looking worse for wear too. And more aggression. Carrigan in through the back line.
Lovely.
Maja just turned to try and watch that, and Carrigan's able to long out the fight.
Carrigan's impact kills have been great, right? It's not like crazy numbers, but just getting the most important kills in the rounds right now feels like that's good info. But Wakadia is so low, it's on the shoulders of Woxic, and he's already gone. Rain follows up from the pit. No matter who's in the pit, him or Elige, they're putting up multi-kills every single time. Aurora are looking flat.
Dude, we heard the comm from Carrigan, right? Anticipating a B hit. Has the stack in the right place. Brokey's here for the wall bang and the full blind kill. That AWP has a lot of value. And then, dude, with Rain and Elige playing like this, I don't know how you're going to break through this A site. They're both looking lights out. There's 19 kills on the two of them. And those are your two, you know, like rock pieces at this A side of the map. Aggression out of the top mid. Rain has a chance to pad the stats even more. Flash dodge. Xantares once more fed to the Wolves. He just can't get any purchase on this game. There's Elige and Rain again. This tag team tearing through Aurora, and it's not even close.
4 from Rain once more, and that's a con where, you know, Xantares is saying he's not blind. He flash mid, he's not blind. Dodged it perfectly behind the pillar.
This looks so threatening. This is so scary. This is worst case for Aurora. Xantares has been getting kind of wrecked in these openers. He's kind of what you were expecting to be the missing piece from that Cologne head-to-head. You were hoping that him arriving was a chance to beat up on FaZe Clan. But if you think about the last few rounds, he got full blind shot by Brokey. Then flash dodged by Rain, the first to fall on the Rain 4K out in top middle.
This has been a map that's been letting FaZe down. And while we're nowhere near the finish line, it's FaZe's T-sides that have done their best work. They've really struggled on this defense. So seeing...
It's kind of hard to struggle on the defense when your two A players are just destroying the opponents single-handedly.
Yeah, and Aurora have barely even touched this B bomb site, if you remember that as well. Last time they really went there was the anti-eco.
Yeah.
So it certainly helps that the game plan is working perfectly for FaZe. Shutting down A play after A play. Even FaZe going back to a B stack. They had 4 players there, just in case. Elige handing over some utility, perhaps. Because even FaZe don't think this one's going to keep coming. Frozen left alone at Banana now. But it is that late B take for Aurora, finally. And so FaZe play aggro in middle, behind the Molotov. Carrigan up close. Limited support. Brokey's got his boiler, that's about it.
Back turned on Wakadia. Brokey with the support, and Elige comes barreling through after the fact. It just feels really tidy there for FaZe Clan. Aurora, as they go out through mid, fighting a whole army of FaZe players, and now Frozen letting them cross in, decides not to play through, not to play on. Just going to use the 4v2 and try and play this safe. They group up here on a flank in through the ruins. Keen trade for Elige, who continues a reign of terror. And that leaves Maja alone. Looking for an unlikely clutch here as he is sandwiched by FaZe Clan in the top of Banana.
Even though I kind of want Frozen to go through it, it's kind of in the DNA of FaZe for him to do so, to catch that bomb at the back. I love that he's called off. Maybe Elige says, hey, come back, play with me. Let's just play the numbers. 4v2. They trade out one more kill. They put Maja in an unwinnable clutch. It's just by the numbers for FaZe right now.
Well, dude, the thing that's really nice is they're playing super tethered in all of these rounds, right? And that feels like it's kind of the approach. Carrigan is the one who is always going to be the furthest afield, right? He's like the one who will go down, and if he gets one kill and then you're able to trade him, that's good, that's fine. That's really all the mileage you need. Outside of that, Rain and Elige have been glued together in some of these A-side holds. They're Frozen slowing down for Elige to meet up with him. This makes it's harder to get lost in what you're trying to do when you're playing back-to-back.
Can Aurora find a route into this game? Because absent T-side on their map pick. It's not par for the course, does not track with the numbers. Their best map since the removal of Anubis. Roki just dodges, climbing over the balcony in time, but Aurora getting closer, and he's missed that chance to get a free shot off. Smoke comes in, Aurora almost have to push through.
Okay, that's a huge pickup for Xantares. Been a while for him to get the ball rolling, but dealing with rain is no small feat. Carrigan dead as well. Missed shot for Brokey, but Elige suddenly offers up the goods. 2 kills from him. Brokey with a no-scope in the downtime. They can't get past this hold. Elige doesn't miss a beat. And Magic can't take a breath. 40 seconds left as he's sandwiched on the long side.
Might have had it, got stuck on the wall.
That's Big John, man, and Brokey down in the pit. Brokey should have been dead, right?
He missed the no-scope.
He missed the first no-scope.
And I'm like, yeah, he's
got another
dead.
chance.
And then he no-scoped again? That's cocky right there. He goes back for a second. Elige even falling off the box. They don't realize the pre-aim is off. Beautiful.
They can be.
I think they have to. It's their last chance. They're laid out a spawn, Harry. They're going back to buy nades. Maybe now they come B. Elige, 16-3, Rain 14-5.
I don't think Rain and Elige can believe it. Like, with the game they're having, I bet a part of them is thinking, why do they keep coming to us? Yeah. Like, this is not going well. Carrigan has been fighting down Banana. Frozen has 4 kills. And Xantares, man's eaten a magnet before this game. Ooh. He can't catch a break.
Oh, God.
Carrigan farming support from Frozen. And it's just Maja, a sad state of affairs for this T-side. Aurora, the only rounds they find are the pistol. And past that, it's all FaZe Clan.
Well, they try to come B. And it ends at the bottom of Banana. Maja trapped behind double smoke, and there's more grenades to rub salt in the wound. Nothing to do here but die, and Carrigan will come to deliver. Great flash. Maja, he knows what's up. FaZe 10-2, a beautiful 10-round streak on their CT side.
Yo, Uch.
Level up your gaming experience with over 8 billion playlists, only on Spotify, the official audio streaming partner for the 2025 Esports World Cup.
Well, FaZe have said they hate Inferno because it's a lot of waiting behind smokes. What if you don't wait? What if you push through the smoke and you meet Aurora head on? They get out with a banging CT side, 10 rounds in a row. As now they move on to the T-half. This is Aurora's map pick, one that by the numbers, they should be faring well on. You didn't see any of that in that first half.
Yeah. Looks like a very uncomfortable Aurora, to be honest, right? Like, FaZe are hitting hard, no doubt about that, but Aurora just nothing connecting and incessant A-hits into the top two performers of FaZe. Frozen says, I want to play the game, and they win the round with a single kill. If FaZe go...
Oh, hey. What Elise? You're looking at that, really? Carrigan's been fed to him. Elise tries to get away, and that bomb is going B.
Oh,
okay.
Sure.
That's insane.
17-3 on a Liege. Is this when FaZe come alive? In the single elimination format where there's nowhere to hide, where it's win every game. And FaZe say, all right, bet. Liege on the backstab is hurt by Wakadia, but gotta move quick to make this one happen with no kit. Double pull setup, and he's not cleared it either. He's got to pick his poison, and it kills him. Wakadia just exits. FaZe, they bring us the pistol. 11 rounds in a row.
Are they going to pop a technical 13-0 on Aurora's map pick?
Oh, it's just...
Dude, everyone's so... Like, even Frozen,
not even playing.
Barely got to do anything. His first half was, look at the kill feed, and Elysian Rain have won the round. Go back to B. Ah, Elysian Rain won the round. And all of a sudden...
Banana, yeah. He's won the round.
All of a sudden, he's now hitting shots as well. You were kind of hoping that Rain and Elige would slow down, not that more players for FaZe would come alive in this second half.
Can't tell if Brokey's talking or chewing gum. Maybe a bit of both here, but it's Aurora gets swallowed whole. Wakadia dead first. FaZe with top banana control for free. No smokes left to buy time here for Aurora. They just have to gamble, and so Magic makes a move.
Well, imagine if Brokey just has an open mic while he's chewing.
Yeah, he's not talking, he is just chewing.
FaZe said, man.
Those are big chews, bro. Look at the chews.
How it feels to chew all 5 gums. Aggression down through mid. Brokey and Elige.
Oh,
gonna catch the tail end of it. Jota with a couple. That's the bomb lost as well. Carrigan and Frozen, the B-side duo from that first half now need to be the A team.
Oh, a nade into the pit here, down the stairwell would do it, wouldn't it? But the guns are out. Jota looks for the fight. Carrigan jumping, gave him a free pluck.
Nade.
There it is. Bang. There it goes. 12 in a row. Finish them, FaZe. It just feels meant to be. Aurora, man, this hurts. I mean, just uninspired, quiet individuals. Not one moment you can point to in this entire map. I can't think of a multi-kill. They've had 3 in the game, 2 from Wakadia, 1 from Maja. And they were probably on the first 2 rounds. Let's go back up Abs, back up B, getting the whole map under their control immediately. 2 M4s for Aurora to battle. Banana retaken, the util is good. This isn't FaZe desire anyway. Making it look like they want to retake this space. But even if Frozen does, they're just wasting time. This is a nice idea here. It might not even come into play. As Aurora, a weak setup for an Apps pop. Not something you'd expect against 5 AKs or 5 rifles. But FaZe look interested.
Solo aggression into top mid. Xantares fed the way of Elige. Vicadia and Jota trying to play together here for trades, but Rain has closed the distance out through the apartments. That was a pretty good chance for Rain. It's just eluded him, but it's info here. They know where both players are. Rotate's starting to arrive for Aurora, who are desperately looking for a third round, and they will pick it up.
Well, they break the streak, Harry. They break the streak. It took 12 rounds in a row from FaZe for Aurora to even show up with rifles. And you may get some warm-up rounds for that second map, some consolations here down the stretch as FaZe's money is completely gone. But that still just feels like all it will be here for Aurora.
I mean, in this type of series, with how the map pools kind of intersect, it was one where you were imagining that like both teams would win their map pick, it would be settled on the decider of Overpass. Vicadia is giving a lot of signs of life here in the tail end of this game. It's been a long time coming. He's on for the ace, and Brokey's lost his gun.
Brokey
so
has no weapon.
Not going to be much of a fight here for Vicadia. It's been retrieved.
Let him have it.
Vicadia with all 5, some promise, a light at the end of the tunnel perhaps as he looks to get reactivated in the tail end of Inferno. Now it's a long way from the comeback here for Aurora, a very, very long way. So we're not going to entertain it yet. But you at least want Vicadia feeling more comfortable because you went from having no one standing and delivering to Vicadia standing on business in a push down through mid.
Yeah, but even if FaZe don't clock it, it doesn't matter.
York second.
They've got more buys in store.
Dude, Rain's baiting with a Glock in the hope that someone fights and then the Deagles can have a go at them.
Oh.
Instead, it's just nades from Madja. A clean round out of Aurora. 5 alive versus the Pistols.
This is where FaZe just need to avoid any worries in this map. Close it out while the times are good, while the vibes are high.
Counter-terrorists win.
Reflashes for Carrigan to get them up banana. But the grenades are strong for Aurora, putting FaZe down to 50 and below. Again, not set up
Look
for the
at the
apps.
duo, though. The ducking duo. And no one looking at apartments.
Ooh.
You're so vulnerable to a contact play. You're hoping that there's a flash. There's something to telegraph the apps here.
Yeah,
Carrigan goes and gets the info. And now Elige and Rain bound out through the apartments. They know about the short side stack. They know there's 3 here. Woxic with a no-scope. There's the follow-up. Head on a swivel now as he looks for Frozen as the third. And Frozen can't bait the shot out of him. Woxic gets his time in the limelight with a stellar sequence. 3 from the AWP.
Oh, if FaZe just swung early, they would have just won that round. It was getting down into the pit. It was trying to play it a little bit too slow, arguably. Top of the balcony. Great move for Rain to get 2 kills off of it, but Elige is a little late to trade, and Woxic hits some bangers off the back of the no-scope. Late activations, more of what we expect from Aurora, none of which we got in that T side.
Yeah, you have not left yourself a lot of time to switch back online in this series. It's very, very promising, but it is a marathon here for Aurora. They just don't want to let the game close up too fast, too soon. So letting Neo be involved here in this low econ round is where they really like to use him for his input. So let's see if the brain power of Neo and Carrigan combined can make something happen here. that is nice too. After a pause like that, Aurora are expecting something, some little pocket strat, and so this is a far more reserved start to the round. No effort to fight for mid early, super passive over towards this A site, and a reaction now at kind of the minute mark down through Banana to take this space away.
Burnt a lot of util. They have one smoke and one incendiary left in this round. It's going to come down to the gunfights here for Aurora. Flash to play it, but FaZe split into spawn.
Oh, it's cheeky. Zantares, he's not started strong here in this series. It looked like he was going to be the one that had to step up.
Oh, God.
These players back in the spawn are actually making a return towards this A site with Rain, finding success in through the apartments. Just going to miss this timing. No, he's back on it in time. Rain has no business getting that, and Woxic, he's hit some blinders, but this is the tallest task yet. They're all around him. Frozen with the kill. Neo Carrigan with the call to wrap the spawn, fake that B hit, link back up with Rain in the apartments, and that leaves just 2 for Aurora. Is it all over here? Delayed gratification, not quite the 13-0. But if they stop Zantares, they dominantly run away with Aurora's map pick, and it's not even close. Yeah, that's right. FaZe Clan looking for the 2-0. And if Elige and Rain play how they just did, it's well within their grasp. Aurora, a very slow start to this series. Only Wakadia and Woxic giving you really any degree of faith. This is going to require something really special if they want to bounce back on FaZe Clan's map pick.
Yeah, that last map broke all the numbers. We'll see if this one continues in FaZe's way. A 3-map win streak here on Mirage for Aurora. It's 4 losses in a row, including a 13-1 victory from FaZe on Mirage. So, yeah, the standard's set pretty high, but FaZe hitting hard on that previous map. Quick up con here. Zantares starting far stronger with a double kill, but FaZe do own the site. They just need to get that bomb back up con past jungle.
Brokey's the one who has to cross here, though, and that's out through the connector. Elige providing cover, and he sees them trying to move in. Brokey given a chance to execute. Second player back in the connector. He tries to chase down Maja, brings him low, and now looks to embark on this 1v2.
See ya.
Hangs around for a moment, but doesn't see the point in taking the fight here and now. He wants that bomb plant at bare minimum here.
Position is key here for Brokey. Where's he going to lay his hat? Going back to the back of the site. One shot to Maja, but looking the wrong way. Caught off guard. A little awkward here for Brokey. They're both coming together. He hasn't realized that yet. Needs to piece this one together quickly. It's wasting precious time as Aurora get closer in the bomb site now, surely. The realization setting in. Tag done. Maja gone. Kit on the ground. And Woxic 1v1 will save it for Aurora. Zantares' 5v3 afforded in connector is not in vain. And Aurora get another pistol in this series.
Yeah, wow, I forgot that was really where all their rounds came from. Back on Inferno after the 12-round streak.
Hard round to win, considering FaZe's position. Getting that bomb up con was a challenge enough, but Brokey could just never cross into the site. So FaZe are happy to find a bomb plant. Look what it's allowed. A little AK. Couple of upgrades. Aurora with a second round AWP. Bold.
Yeah, it's not without its risks. But I mean, Woxic did have some nice moments on the AWP on Inferno. And it was just kind of regretfully didn't really get to have it a lot, right? They hemorrhaged so many rounds in that first half that by the time they got to the side you kind of want him AWPing on, the game was basically over. And so trying to get the AWP in his hands early here is understandable for Aurora, especially when he's got the cash to do so. Let's see if it comes back to haunt them. Means to this Galil and the Tech 9s, he's a little vulnerable, and that's a big pickup for Frozen. The AWP now fires off. FaZe get the info. They have to pay the price for it.
Woxic might have to flick here. There's 3 players looking to trap on connector. Frozen finding Jota on the stairs. Woxic 2 kills deep, forced back into spawn. And that's allowed space to be taken. Frozen on 1 point of health, moving in. Needs it clean. Woxic just disallows. Flawless game right now for Woxic. Doing it all with this second round AWP at high risk, but even higher reward for Aurora. Can they capitalize on his kills? 20 seconds for FaZe to make it in. They've got to go A. That's a crazy running D for Carrigan, but bomb dropped in round 1. Aurora save themselves. Wicardia saves the round and picks up Woxic's AWP to boot. Great round out of Woxic.
I mean, look, it might have been a while ago now, but Carrigan and Frozen know that this guy, when he's switched on, he can dominate games.
Question is, have Aurora woken up? Because it's just a empty game back on Inferno. No one giving us anything. No close rounds. Constant A.
I mean, dude, this is already feeling like a decisive improvement, and I know it's the exact same scoreline they got to last time, but this has just felt nice.
Yeah.
Woxic looking good, prioritizing bringing the AWP out. Probably feels like, you know, if they did a tiny bit more in that first half, and so he had the ground to kind of run up to put that AWP to work, like, he was looking really clean with it. And so a real chance to stretch his legs here, starting on the CT half, having that AWP from the get-go. And if Woxic can kind of keep the game burning long enough for the rest of the squad to switch online, really, I'm talking about Xantares, you know, there's still some fight in Aurora yet.
You'd like to think so. And I think we're just flipping the script here when it comes to the win-loss on these maps. None of this mattering right now. It's all about form, especially in a game like this where there are some very sharp individual players, 2 in-game leaders who have had trouble leading their squad to victory as of late. And so you, to a degree, are at the mercy of who's having an off day, who's having an on day. Now, last map, it was a Legion Rain. Could hear on Mirage, maybe it'd be Woxic. Carrigan blocked in B, mid-control taken from under. Aurora harassed with some utility, but don't look to overcommit to this position. Woxic rotating out of the window to go reinforce on the B-bomb site. And it's a good read right now for Aurora, with Wicardia even boosted up. A little surprise to catch FaZe on this B-pop.
Right place, right time for the Woxic AWP. Rain tried to round this corner, but a team flash stopped him in his tracks. Frozen's made it out deep, but they're not ready for this. They deal with the first man. It's the second player that looks to catch them by surprise. Frozen and Rain,
Dude,
can't get past the Woxic AWP. This guy is lights out right now. 10-1 on Woxic.
beast mode. I mean, it's one thing getting those couple of kills coming up connector from afar against Eagles, but that's up close and personal with the AWP just slamming shots down FaZe's face. Cross shot, and let's see these follow-ups. The jump caught, and then doesn't even switch off, just insta-scope on Rain swing. Woxic's here to play, and Aurora are all the better for it. 4-0 lead here. Different game now. FaZe won it, they're going to have to earn it. Maybe single a limb, but it is not a BO1. Longing out Mirage and even an overpass, which is up in the air for both teams. Also FaZe, who don't even have a win to their name on that map. Awkward, lost to VP online.
I mean, this is just a real treat getting to see Woxic play like this. You know, in this Aurora squad, you've seen him kind of Change a little the old Woxic formula. Tried to get smarter with his game plan and really pick and choose his battles. And I think just matured and developed a lot as a player. But the thing that's really exciting here is this is more like the old school Woxic. This is more like the Woxic when he played alongside Karrigan and Frozen in that Mouse squad. Fast play out in towards the B site on Frozen, who's trying to sell a bit of a ruse here. Running low on ammo, running low on time, and even as Wakadia burns after the fact, it's this spillover in A that Aurora have to put a stop to. Woxic in the right place, just isn't missing. Every shot with purpose, every shot connecting. Reigns Deagle left as the sole survivor, and you know when you fire off that Woxic orb, it won't be long till it's bearing down upon you. A rare missed shot. Let's Rain skirt by for now. He's got to take on Xantares and Woxic. Deals with the first. It's the Woxic orb, the failsafe, the insurance policy. No matter how bad it gets, Woxic is there to bail them out.
Paying out every time for Aurora. Cash rich here on this CT
This is just
side.
such a rare type of carry. 12-1.
Just winning every round. 3 in a row.
He's not even celebrating anymore. Now it's just business, man. Like, this is what he's expecting of himself in these rounds.
That's his flow state. For Woxic, right place, right position, calling his shots, openers and closers here. And this is why Mirage can be so much fun on that CT side. We've all been there. Leech coming out under, catches Wakadia, late peek, FaZe throwing an execute, but it misses. Oh, that gives it away entirely. This is a fake out. Woxic not only has bias, they can peer over the stairs. They know this is nothing.
No, the lie that FaZe attempt to tell you, you just don't believe. You've seen evidence to the contrary, right? And so expect some movement here for Aurora as they don't feel bogged down at the A site like FaZe are anticipating. Karrigan trying to get out through the apartments. Xantares wins out that head-to-head. Frozen has found good space over on A, but this is the bomb here on Catwalk, and if Brokey falls, that's the round gone. So he has to back out of that fight. Woxic emerges. Don't go fight the guys. Con, surely swings it forward. Woxic cuts them in half. Frozen finally gets past him with that AWP remove. They were hoping that could be the start of something. But Elige has been brought down low in the plant, and that's an easy walk over the finish line. 6-0, still flawless from Aurora.
Yeah, it takes smoke spam to get rid of Woxic, and even that is not enough. His job is done. Awkward for Brokey. I feel like he's going to get that kill if he can get the molly down to trap Madra and Edward. But like you said, that bomb on his back puts a uncomfortable amount of pressure. He knows if he dies in that fight, the round ends. So instead of taking a favorable kill, he just has to give it up. And it's desperation for FaZe. A bomb plant is all they can muster in that round. 3 alive. Woxic hyped. And just a different game now for Aurora when you have a player popping off. And something we were mentioning the first half of Inferno, it felt like there was no individual you could look to bail them out of a round, to get a multi-kill. There were 3 multi-kills in that entire first half. Relegated to those opening couple of rounds. Just decisive, clean victories for FaZe. Different game now. So how are FaZe going to solve this issue? Woxic has bought enough time for his team to activate. Give us a real series after all. Back on ramp, Elige. He's been catching his kills. It's back-to-back 5v4s found by Elige. Oh, and he even gets out. Second orb for Aurora. Dawned on this A site. Retake on B. Looks like it's going to work perfectly for Aurora, despite the man disadvantage. FaZe walking into the powerhouse. When you hear this orb fire off, that gives you false confidence as to Woxic's position. It's in Wakadi's best interest to sell it for him. FaZe coming out on this A split.
Woxic tucked at triple. Nails the first. More where that came from, though, out through the connector. It's a Wakadi, a backstab, hoping to save the day. Unable to do so. Finally, FaZe Clan break through. It takes them a long time. And it's one of only 2 rounds that Woxic hasn't been able to multi-kill in. And so finally, that's the breakthrough moment. Stuck in a one-and-done position out behind triple and can't stop the spillover. But his teammates Conside caught.
I think
Liege again searching for that 5v4. He's scared with Woxic's proclivity to trade this kill, but smoke keeps him tamed for now. FaZe go for late mid control. Rookie bringing the bomb back to A. Aurora not wanting to stack too heavy. Do just keep things pretty standard. Team do love a gamble. They love to trust their captain's read, but this round it could go anywhere. FaZe feigning mid control to get Karrigan out under. Jota called upon in this A site as FaZe look to explode with a single flash.
Ooh, Woxic caught early. That AWP removed from play once more. And now it's down to the rest of Aurora to pick up the pieces. That's a awkward engagement there. Rain on the receiving end of it, and Frozen dinked up. Xantares gonna finish the job. And this is where things could get awkward if the rest of Aurora start coming alive. Woxic keeping them in the start of Mirage long enough. But now some rounds out of Jota. Xantares showing signs of life here, looking far better from Inferno.
Yeah, and even though Elige is 4 and 8, he started very slow in this game. That's 3 rounds in a row. He's found the 5v4, and it's been untraded every single time. So he's certainly done his job to a degree. But FaZe haven't been able to close the late rounds. Haven't been able to trade out onto Woxic too efficiently. And yeah, like you said, another player entering the conversation with a multi-kill from Xantares. It doesn't make life any easier. FaZe just try and go for a quick explode. Couple of smokes over this A site and out through the palace. Woxic, close orb. Good kill for Frozen. Makes this round interesting.
Let's see if this is blessed, this AWP.
Or cursed. Is it fingerprint recognition?
Frozen gets to wield it. So we're about to find out as the rest of the pistols try and pressure the con side. Frozen, one more back, but the job's not done yet. Xantares trying to make his way out through CT. Knows he's got Brokey pinned in. He's waiting for Wakadia, hoping that fight comes to him. And Elige backing off. Bomb not for him. Would have to catch these players crossing. Even though he finds Wakadia, an open defuse for Xantares, who arrives a little late. Hopping on it now, a buzzer-beating defuse with milliseconds to spare. Xantares able to just get that one over the line. Aurora keep the good streak moving in.
Oh, it doesn't make you feel good if you're FaZe. You felt like everything was there for the taking. Brokey got a little bit paranoid there. Lee just calling you smoked off in con, so he just swings out, trying to find Xantares, who's patiently waiting. And a milliseconds difference off that defuse. Elige cannot deny it any faster. Heartbreaker of a round to lose. That could have been FaZe's way into this T side, but right now it is just nothing. NTs, that's all they've got. Aurora, 8-1 up. Oh no, he missed that, but Frozen recovers and sees a second, can't finish it.
I mean, look, just like on Inferno for Aurora, there's really only one or two individuals giving you a lot of faith here for FaZe Clan, and Frozen's one of them. Elige has been good in the openers. With Frozen out of the round, that's a lot of your firepower removed. The Brokey AWP now tries to make a difference. That's a big pickup on Xantares. They know that Magis should be here somewhere as well, and Brokey's going to follow through with a second.
Oh, here's a save. These kills are massive to break FaZe into this game. Double swing. Riccardi not ready to engage.
Brokey was the one who got that.
Oh my God, from short. Big round for Brokey. Those were quick shots. We saw that first one on bench. Millisecond reaction time. And reads Magis swing as well. So hey, a second AWPer has entered the server as FaZe fight for a 4-round half. What's this third one though? Ha! Robbed. Given Aurora's economy, that 4-round half, not an impossibility for FaZe.
No, and this is one of the tough things with MR12 is it doesn't take a lot to feel like you've let your opponent back in. Like moments ago, this was a damn near flawless half from Aurora, but losing that one round to break their money starts calling all of it into question. 4 rounds is enough to get by. That's what FaZe Clan is searching for.
Oh, burning out, they hear that, but FaZe just kick up the pace. Right up Cat into the 5-7. Magic gets a double. Pistols come out of nowhere. Everyone dies for FaZe in the blink of an eye. And Frozen's position known. How did that happen? I could not tell you. That was 10 kills in a second.
Before you even realize you're losing the round, you've lost the round if you're FaZe Clan.
They stop B and they stop short. Same time. Deagles land, 5-7s land. This was huge for Maja. 5-7 is brutal. And through the con smoke goes one more. That's one way to win a round. Forget FaZe's 4-round half.
Dude, it even snuck up on Woxic, and he's the fastest guy in the server. Even he didn't realize that they won that so quickly.
16-6, and he's got to pick back up. He's going to look for this ramp kill. Expecting a lead, not Brokey. Tight on the corner for a second. Brokey, great read. FaZe just flood the site. Riccardi has something to say about it. Double of his own. Trapped out behind the box. Brokey,
oh my God.
Overwhelmed with a clean headshot.
To think you're going to lose this after the double opener from Brokey.
Yeah.
He secures a free, untradeable 5v3. Elige even gets one more in the madness. And then Wakadia just slams the hammer down. The A site is closed, FaZe Clan. And that just leaves Rain. Aurora do split up on this, so he's going to have a chance at 1v1s.
But he's not aware. Like, they've left him so much room. He's never going to realize this until they have bomb control from this reset. Cardia back to ramp. And by the time Rain picks up that package, he'll be hot on his heels. Rain can get this kill. It opens up a chance. But he doesn't go deep enough in spawn. Wakadia ready to finish off with 4.
Moving out ramp. Rain will hit a blinder, but he has no idea where Maja is. You can forgive him for thinking he's on this big flank. Instead, Maja's just been waiting at the spawn the entire time. Usually found at that B site. Rain anticipates the wrap round, and there's Maja playing it late. A big clutch to lock in double digits for Aurora.
possible. Lenovo Legion.
Out of nowhere, an Aurora appears in the night sky here at EWC, a 10-round CT side after getting absolutely destroyed on their map pick. This is not a map that Aurora have made a mainstay this year, but they are showing up against FaZe, dragging us to a third map. So it seems.
Yeah, FaZe were ready to 2-0, and then Woxic happened. He was phenomenal to keep Aurora in the early stages of this game, and as it's gone on, even though he wasn't going on those sick multi-kill tears on the AWP, the rest of the gang came alive around him. Success in the pistol round basically wins this for Aurora. They lose Woxic to open up, not the start they wanted, and there's the follow-up out of Elige.
Triple stack here, shots won't connect, space getting taken. Carrigan will follow up with a double. Suddenly leaves Jota eyeing up a clutch and an ace to boot. Rosen gets the info. Jota uncertain. Even FaZe sort of pull back waiting for this flank. It allows a plant. Jota's even red range position as well. The turn at the wrong time puts FaZe back in the game. Too early to buy in. But a pistol after a dominant first half. Nice three-piece from Carrigan. I guess the one bit of value you can hope for FaZe is that Woxic's not going to do that on T side. Does that give FaZe hope? Too early to tell.
Nice!
Woo. And I say Woxic's not going to do that on T side, but he's got a scout. And he's going straight to...
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. I thought it would be a mid-swing, given his game. It's just gonna pop B, Harry.
Yeah, Carrigan might have looked good in the pistol round, but he has to hold strong here. First found, tries to follow up. It's damage downrange, but not the killing blow. And in the downtime, all the kills came through for Aurora.
Take it back.
Turns out Woxic is prepared to do it T-side. Some time being lent to Elige on this wrap round. A Woxic scout tag brings Rain down low. He'll finish the job, and he's got the spot on Elige in the apartments. This clutch is going nowhere quickly. And Aurora pull up on a force buy and steal it away.
And as basic as you can get, just a quick B hit. And that's, you know, FaZe just getting overrun. Karrigan with a single kill on the bomb site. And that is all FaZe have to talk about. Awkward way to lose your opportunity to win out this map. Because if FaZe come back on CT Mirage, it wouldn't be the first time, but doesn't look like history will repeat itself after Aurora just avoid. Force back in for FaZe. No other choice. Boost is nice, and if he keeps going, oh, might be something. Karrigan jump spotting, we got a B stack, boost up. Frozen T to succeed, but got to wait for them to get a little bit closer, and so they will. Bomb up catwalk, 2 in the apps. Aurora look committed. That's a nice grab for Elige. Bomb is stuck. Someone's got to go back for it. This will slow down the round for Aurora, but they can't change their mind now. Frozen revealing. Will they bail? Leaving Wicardia on the fake. Up connector. Rain calls it. He just needs one.
Can't find a thing. Wicardia even gets one on that lurk.
Oh, no.
Tag for Brokey, but he's pressured up close by Xantares.
Both tagged.
10 out of 10 for the backflip, but no kills.
Oh, the full reset. What a move. That's a round-winning decision right there for Madger, and it's not even going to matter. Frozen. Oh, he looked like he was going to cool it off. Now he's going in. No kit. Team telling him to play on. Can he find a diffuser as he forces it onto Xantares? There's no way you're ready for Madger in middle. Tap on the bomb.
Only
round
just
is
came
done.
from there. He's even got the Molotov to deny the defuse. Madger plays it very, very safe. And so even though Frozen gets out with all the kills, 4 in the round from Frozen, he can't stop Aurora moving on to map point.
I'm glad his team tell him to go for it. He's been the only ray of light, really, in this game. Elige had some nice entries, but struggled to close out rounds. Frozen been getting a bunch of 2Ks here and there. Comes up with 4 here, but his only consolation kills in a map that Aurora have just run through. Speed run here on Mirage. 30-minute game. Pauses included. And FaZe have nothing to show for it.
I mean, dude, with how this series started, didn't even think I'd have to mention the club championship, but Aurora do have points. They are just outside of the money-making position, and a win here would look to move them back up. At least look to take something away. As they sit on the precipice, out of the money for now, but in with a chance.
Yeah, they need a couple of wins to get into that top 24. That's when we start looking at the cash prizes outside of the CS division. It's not an easy side of the bracket with Spirit waiting, but even their victory is not certain. Also going to 3 against Heroic as we speak. So anything's possible. There's still overpass to consider in this series. If Aurora can just find that one simple round against mostly pistols. Carrigan peels back, but with 2 backs turned, he's missed an opportunity. The call has come in. It is B. FaZe have gone with the stack as Elige flanks. Frozen as well. Both the rifles backstabbing. These pistols can't do a thing. There's a team flash, and Xantares shoots right through it. Double, triple entry, and the 2 guns long gone as Aurora run over this game. It was a dominant showing from FaZe on Inferno, and Aurora send a message right back, 13-3, an absolute beating as we go into overpass.
Yeah, for fans of this Aurora squad, they've got Woxic to thank. That was a phenomenal game put forth from him, really rolling back the years on the AWP, looking lights out, keeping them in it long enough.
And casters start talk. A third map where no one knows what's going to happen, where predictions are out the window, where Aurora v FaZe rages on into the night, into the unknown.
Both these teams have had highs in the series. They've both had lows. It's been a bit of a weird one with them trading map picks, and these were, you know, stark differences in the veto. There were clear favorites on each map, and those favorites did not win.
Not only did they not win, they lost dominantly.
Now we head to Overpass, which is equally an unknown quantity here in this series.
Yeah, Aurora have a win on this map in their pocket. FaZe have a loss, but that's not a lot to say. FaZe CT start, now that is valuable. Seeing games decided in the first half on a map like Overpass. Roki, there's 4 players out middle. There's 5 players out middle. Matcha just runs him down and the USP gets caught off guard. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh me, oh my. Even the flank should be heard. Matcha just doesn't realize, trying to line up nades. They can just go ahead. 2 players spotted on the back line. Aurora takes space. Good decision to chase down Carrigan. They need this clean, and they've got it. Tease him up perfectly for this pistol. Ooh, careful.
I mean, Rain's making it interesting. How much further can he take it? Post plants eased into by Aurora, and Wakadia hits that killing blow. And so they'll get on the board early with the T-side pistol round. That's a pretty big leg up to have here on Overpass. Where T-side rounds are hard to come by.
Yeah, they are worth 2 for 1. They're on discount right now for Aurora against pistols and some SMGs. We have that force up for FaZe. FAMAS, Scout, double MP9. We're seeing an adoption of the UMP a lot more, but the MP9 still out there, Harry, still breathing, still fighting. And that's a beautiful shot for Xantares to kick off this anti-eco. Wakadia follows up. What I do enjoy is watching the player cams after they die, especially on the frustrating deaths. And there are plenty to talk about in that round. Aurora run over that force.
I'm going to be watching FaZe with a lot of interest here because we got to see them play this map. And the one time they played it back at Bounty, and there they played versus VP, who I think you could consider a team that are looking to be Overpass specialists. Yeah. They've picked it at every opportunity. When you look at who's in that team, where they've come from in the past, you know, it's always been teams that had Overpass in their DNA. But in that game, I was kind of underwhelmed with the FaZe CT side. And this is not a map where you can afford to have rough CT halves.
Yeah.
Really, you know, we've seen games get away from squads where they pick up like a 10-2 half on the CT side, and it can still close up quickly. You know, I think if you're kind of looking at like 7 rounds on the CT side, that is nowhere near enough for FaZe Clan, and it's already off to a pretty rough start here. Losing the pistol is a big blow.
Oh, I like that idea for FaZe, just having a nade set and ready to run off the back of it, but winning the round, still going to be a hard call here. Pushing through the spawn. Jota disallows Carrigan. Still in spawn. Aurora squeezing every morsel they can out of a round like this, making sure that FaZe don't do damage on Eco. FaZe walk the walk back up onto this A site. continue to re-aggress, not wanting to remain static. FaZe going to catch him in mid. To the betterment of Aurora. 2 kills is a decent eco, but it's all about this buy from FaZe. Let's see if they can start off strong, or if the disappointment continues from Mirage.
I do want to see a bit of more of a fight from FaZe, or else it is going to retcon that opener as well, right? And just kind of paint this picture that it was actually Aurora who started slow, not FaZe Clan in great form to open up.
That was my worry, though, because I didn't want to take away from what we got from Elysian Reign in that game, but the whole time we were just saying there's just nothing from Aurora. There's repeatedly running into the same setup, never really adapting, no individuals bailing them out. And then we had the Woxic pop off. We've had moments from Wicardia. Zentaris had a good CT side. And if they win this gun round and they're 5-0 up, my God, that's already a devastating result for FaZe and a very hard path back.
You would already think that Aurora have done enough. So this rifle round has to hit for FaZe Clan.
It's coming in.
Exec teed up. Rain on the swing, going to catch Wicardia on the cross. He's got support from Elige, who's only just now arriving from that long pullback. Woxic and Maja hope of winning this round. Feels like it's gone out the window. Good catch on Elige. Woxic's left as the sole survivor here, and not for long. Rain will silence him on a wide swing.
I like that combo from Maja regardless. I think one thing that's cool about utility in the modern day of CS2 is you just see a lot more combos. You don't see, 3 players throwing nades as much as you see 1 player throwing 3 nades that tee up your team perfectly. And that's a great example. Maja from one position throws smoke on the dumpster, molly on the truck, flash. And he does a second flash over the top of the truck. And, there's a lot of cool combos on this map. Snappy on CT side throwing B-shot, molly, monster smoke from front A. You see Donk every round through the same set, pushing middle. He does the deep stairs smoke, the molly in playground. It's all about one player just throwing a combo, more often on the T side, to set up your team. Think about players kind of throwing Mirage smokes on the fly nowadays, not as execute heavy as it traditionally was. It's a guy walking up ramp and just doing smoke jungle, stairs molly, flash. A lot more, I would call them like contact nades in this game than in history. And expecting Maja to have a few set pieces like that to try and exploit FaZe and set up his stars. That's a wallbang connecting into the B site. Frozen's life not made any easier.
Now you saw him give kind of a head shake there. He can't believe how this round started. Woxic with some tricks up his sleeve, it would seem.
Ooh, bit of revenge from Rain, though.
Yeah, I mean, they're just different classes of damage, though, isn't it? A little sprinkling, nothing like the 85 tag on a Frozen.
Elige needs to go. He needs to go. Zentaris jump spot, missed the info, and then ran away. He's run away again. Still eyes on the prize. Zentaris goes for the bomb. If he comes back out middle when Elige makes his play, that could be awkward. Here comes Elige, looking for more. My God, so close.
They're swapping nades.
Oh, finally, but the bomb makes it across. Picked up by Maja. FaZe make it back to the site. Made Aurora lucky, but not for long.
And Elige just kept roaming this whole time. I can't believe Brokey wins that out.
Yeah.
That's a close fight. Likely to flick on down for it.
Ooh.
Awkward timing for Maja. This has just been a weird mess of a round. Can Woxic make it any more weird and maybe wonderful? There's no time. It's a shame. I have faith.
Yeah, 5 more seconds and maybe, but map too big and round too short for Aurora. Kind of just a bit of a jumbling, shall we call it?
That was a weird round.
Yeah, Nade's just getting dropped over. They try and bail back to B. B fails, back to A. It's overpass all over, but... Oh, the adjustment for Brokey, well timed. Timing's missed, timing's hit. All in all, FaZe are back. Won't be that devastating 0-5 start. It'll be FaZe getting to right their wrongs post-pistol.
Let's see what Woxa can do with a hero orb. Went towards B with it, so he's going to have some close fights. Some combat AWPing required from Woxic, but you'd like to think he's the guy for the job there. Around the corner he goes, and Rain tastes that AWP early. Flashes now to follow up. They hit the go button after that opener from Woxic. Frozen's desperately trying to reel this one back in. Cardia catching a freebie, a Liege dead in con, and that might call a bit of a pause here for Aurora.
They get out.
They know they've got pressure on FaZe Clan, and they've likely split the defense.
Frozen heard Ricardo up close. He's come that to Brokey. Cardia not going to play unless a kill comes to him. He wants to wait for that bomb. Brokey inquisitive. Jump. Gives info. He repositions immediately, knowing they could have heard him.
He's getting nervous when Madja was going long, but he is going to link back up with everyone else. And in this moment, FaZe make a bit of a gamble. It's been too quiet for too long. And now they hear the footsteps. Brokey realizes they've lost the sight. Nade could be good. Xantares too far away, taking space instead over towards the bank. He was the one guy vulnerable to that. This is a retake that FaZe are looking to attempt. Might be a man down, but the call to adventure draws them in. Frozen and Brokey kills a piece. It's suddenly just Wakadia left. No head armor, this USP hits hard. He's gonna pick up Brokey for free. And Frozen arriving, Molly at his feet now. Wakadia elects not to play through. He waits, and that patience is rewarded. That's a big clutch for Wakadia.
Such a weird round for FaZe, though. I don't know why they make the rotation. Frozen has 4 nades to block B to buy more time. And even as they make the rotation and they go for the retake, realizing the mistake they've made by giving away information, at no point does anyone third party and help out in that 2v1. Why doesn't someone call for Frozen to flash for Brokey? They have all the time in the world to force that kill. They know Wakadia can't go anywhere. Frozen still has Molly HE double flash. He doesn't throw it over for Brokey to make this fight happen. He gets picked off alone before Frozen's there. Everything about that 2v1 is awful for FaZe. So many better ways to play that for FaZe. I feel like I don't know why they gave him the 1v1s. And even then, use the util. Everything about that.
Yeah.
It feels so unlike FaZe.
Well, I mean, you know, I said I was worried about the CT sides from FaZe on this map coming in.
It's just that's a communication problem, more than anything.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest round they've played all day. It's getting late. You got one lifeline here. Oh, missed flash. The train gets in the way. Second one does nothing. Still Brokey trades.
Even as times change, overpass comes and goes, the train going across will always remain annoying.
At least it's on time. Consistent. Never misses its stop.
Solo push for a Liege, and that's going to give over an opening here to Aurora.
It'll be back. And unfortunate for FaZe, but wrong rotation again. This gamble makes more sense. They have Frozen patrolling, can flank the A site. Now FaZe start to realize that they actually want to commit their economy to this round. They're going to drop back in. Good timing for FaZe. Util comes through. Brokey full blind. Up to his teammate in the pit, Carrigan. with a lot to do. Oh, missed shot. That was his chance. Might not know about Carrigan, but you can see Aurora coming in for the clear. Carrigan plays behind the smoke.
Oh, gonna catch Wakadia on the aggression. Straight out to the AK now as Carrigan tries to reopen this round. There's low health on Maja and Jota. Maja locked in the fight on short, but Carrigan with a missed opportunity. And that would have been the one that sends you into this retake with Frozen locked out and Brokey nowhere to be found. The save is called.
It's a reasonable save. Had their opportunity, couple of missed shots, and really well-placed util.
This just already feels like such a good T-side.
Yeah.
You are very, very happy with this, and we're nowhere near the close to being done on the half. Aurora have ample time to sweeten the deal. They've broken FaZe's money again. Even with that save coming through, you can't put a buy together here.
Yeah, that's the kill that cements the round. Woxic onto Carrigan in the pit. Puts the advantage back in Aurora and sends FaZe out for the save. Got to try and win it with two guns. Two of the harder hitters here for FaZe, but Aurora just dictating the pace of this map. Maybe looking for a more decisive B round yet again. Brokey in position. See many an AWP highlight from the pillar. Flash is so good though. He's got no room to move. Oh! Now they're strung out. 2 kills come in. Woxic looks to recommit. Rifles need to find these entries. Brokey follows up.
And he's just dancing around the pillar. He knows exactly what's required of him in a round like this. Taking time to break down these fights in a 1v1s and now looking for that pre-fire, expecting the Woxic AWP to be holding him here.
Could leave with that smoke, but he doesn't wanna.
I mean, with Frozen supporting and Brokey on a tear, the B defense come together, and the hour was growing desperate there for FaZe Clan. That's an eco round with 2 saved guns that they're able to pull past Aurora. And it's on the back of the Brokey AWP, giving you a nice highlight here down in B.
Yeah, Carrigan, Steagle, and Brokey's AWP. Lethal. And just a clean victory with Aurora just walking out monster. Almost need that first entry. FaZe keen to take this water control by smoking their molly. Oh, they're blocking each other. That's super awkward. Rain tries to run away, gets caught on Brokey, still gets his kill. Carrigan monster spam. Aurora's fast B hits hit the wall again. Hello? Oh, look at him on the camera, man. Oh, he knows that was the kill. That was right there. Panic spray. Couldn't strafe and reset.
Oh, that smoke's fading.
Oh my God.
Brokey takes the far away man first. Maja shot in the back trying to get away, and Woxic dead as well.
These banana walks for Aurora are doing them so well. These rotates, these back and forth rounds. Now they're just trying to force it at B, and FaZe say thank you very much. Back-to-back holds. Back-to-back quick rounds. Oh, this... Oh.
He's just traced like the perfect outline around him. And that's Aurora broken. A nice little run around on overpass with the Glocks.
Hop, skip, and a jump.
I mean, this should just be a bit of a massacre here. Let's see. No one dead for FaZe. That's what you want. Build up a bit of money for these final couple of rounds. Okay, you don't love it.
Didn't hit anyone.
Gun picked up.
But deep in con. Where do you go? Even Liege has info. Rain with a strong position.
Brokey moving over, and that's the gun out first. Dead at the hands of Rain.
Oh, my.
It will keep this round in check. 4 alive at the end of it, and FaZe Clan tie us up again. They're hoping for 7 on the half, and that is achievable if they can take this next round.
I feel like somewhat, you know, Aurora hit that 5, and then they started getting a little bit loose here on this T side. And sure, they've done their job, right? They've done enough. They've done more than enough, you would argue, but this could have still been a pretty dominant T half. And, well, if they find the 7-5, then it certainly falls in that favor.
Well, haven't really seen much of a mid-fight in this game yet, but Brokey's looking to bring one in, covering with the AWP. And Elige creeping up close. This isn't something Aurora have encountered yet, and they call the bluff on the smoke push.
Oh,
Maja and Jota learn the hard way that the threat is very real in mid, and this smoke was not a fake from FaZe.
And Aurora, a classic overpass round, lose the first 2 kills 30 seconds in and are contained to the spawn. The worst place to be. And a 3-on-5 on the T side, with FaZe having more util available. Block comes in right as Aurora make it a monster, and yeah, desperation. Perhaps even through the smoke. Cardia hangs on the edge as FaZe just waits. Frozen holds a monster flash from heaven. Arrogant with the peek off the flash, gets at least one more, but it comes at the cost of him and his teammate opening up a chance.
Moxic and Wakadia moving in. Rotates have fully arrived here for FaZe Clan. It's Frozen hoping to make a move here on a wide swing. Elige firing off, but nothing found yet. Finally going to catch one. It's Woxic in the back line, and they know where Wakadia is. He's pinned in, and with nowhere to go, FaZe are able to squeeze that one past Aurora. A moment of nerves in there short. But when Elige gets that kill onto the backline player after this hot start to the round, you're feeling like you're in safe hands.
Crazy spray while pulling back out of middle. And I like the FaZe stay active, right? Even though that fight down monster cost them 2-1, which is still insane for Aurora to hit those 2 kills so quickly. It shows that FaZe have the info immediately. They thin them down to 2. They shut it out on the retake. Elige with a really good game right now, 11-7. And if you remember that bounty game against VP that we covered, where FaZe played their 1 overpass match, Elige was playing great. He's tracking them through walls.
Yeah, he was playing really good.
But jokes aside, he still had a good map. He's had a good first half. It slowed down towards the end. But yeah, maybe there's still hope here for FaZe. Taking the lead back, looking for a 7-round half like you prophesized. Aurora cooling off. There's one thing you can look for on CT overpass. It's Brokey roaming with the AWP. Ever mobile, comes down connected, clears out water. Can't sit here forever. Needs to use this as his path back towards that A site. Connected clear, water clear.
Oh, dude, I mean, this is just the old school contact up through bathrooms, right?
Oh my god.
But Elige,
Oh my god.
Elige.
4.
Oh my god, they're all back turn. They line up for him. And how's that for a contact play? It's out of this world from Elige. Brokey there to back him up. And what a sequence. John can't believe it. FaZe Clan win out the half.
that. Up. Let's up, monster. Nice, Alves.
Nice, guys.
Top here. Go, boys. Fuck.
What a roller coaster EWC has been, and it's only day one. Taking a look over on the B stream where Spirit and Heroic are locking horns. It's map 3, and it's going into overtime. Spirit, one of the front runners for this event after an impressive streak post-player break. Their fate hanging in the balance versus Heroic with what's rumored to be their future edition of Tanir topping the charts.
Yeah, upsets galore right now on day one. This is probably one of the more even matchups, and it's proven that much with both teams taking their opponent's pick. And
somehow,
and Aurora starting strong with 5T rounds and FaZe waking up. Anyone's game now. Pistol depending. Woxic and Xantares dependable. 3 kills in just seconds. FaZe scrapping back. Nadja heard. Carrigan can't find him. Brokey lost. 1v5. Woxic's P2K ever present. Puts on 3. And Aurora Pistol. Could this be the comeback?
I mean, you love a Woxic P2K, one of the OG users of it. He makes it look so good.
In the modern day, who is it? Him and Mezzy? Can't think of a third. Is there one on Spirit? Maybe. Those are my favorites.
Yeah.
See Woxic throwing deep mid nades, the donk set. Smoke molly. forbid FaZe, but it's a full Glock eco. Not even a P250, Harry. No kills. Nothing to celebrate here for FaZe. You need that money. Need the buys where you can get it. Aurora play passives. Antares spotting middle. Awkward timing, but FaZe have a lot of ground to cover. Had a snake in the toilets.
Hope they're not on the plane.
Couldn't think of a worse location. Oh, God, okay. Okay. It's all under
Contained.
control.
It's all clean. There was a bunch of shots hitting, but it's Glocks at the end of the day, and at range, Aurora feel very, very comfortable. Tie game now. As Aurora deliver the conversions off of that pistol round.
Leech has had a fantastic third map, but when we saw that on overpass against VP, it was a one-half show for a Leech. Need that to keep up on the T side. FaZe need their entry man badly. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's good enough.
it's worked out.
I don't know if it's what they intended, but it's just enough.
Antares out in the open.
What an angle.
Middle of mid. He is dead center right now. And FaZe were not ready for that. That is a crushing set of openers. One of the two top performers for FaZe Clan at the first rifle round is played without them.
And hey, Aurora were in this position before, and even though they brought it down to a post plant on the B-bomb site, you see how difficult these 3v5s are to recover. Boxic spotting something. Bomb at long. Oh, didn't clear the left side. Frozen made it across. Huge entry. FaZe, 40 seconds, in they come.
Are we on the verge of a big Antares round? He's got the info, knows where everyone's coming from here. Two kills to his name already. Okay. And there's the support from Madja. Arriving a little later, but right when he was supposed to, Aurora move into the lead. And this was always your big worry for FaZe Clan. These T-side rounds are really hard to pick up. And Aurora, feeling like they've got some breathing room here, aren't afraid to make plays.
Yeah, what a high-risk position for Antares, but FaZe just try and creep out middle contact. He shoots him in the side. 5v3 finished off with ease by Aurora. It's going to be buy eco here for FaZe. Even bomb plants are hard to come by. What work have they done on their overpass T side? Got util thrown back of middle. As they come up connected, the lurk smoke. This is a nice round to use it on pistols. Can flood through middle. Woxic plays around the edge, but look at the angles he has to consider. It could be on either side of the smoke. Oh, when they skirt by him, Dink comes in, smoke spam, one shot will do it. Woxic just throws a smoke and gets out. He's got rifles to support.
Yeah, Madge has been keen on these rotates, and once more him and Antares just set up this fatal crossfire that FaZe meander into. Madja feasts, 4 kills from him. Antares barely even a requirement. It's the captain there that does the heavy lifting.
Yeah, Madja and rotate on this CT side of this map is about to be a delight for Aurora. A player with a great head on his shoulders, with a great read of the game, who made Anubis his mainstay, who loved Vertigo before it was removed, now looks to lock horns on overpass. FaZe, not an easy team to take down on a new map. You know Aurora have been trying hard. Oh dear. Missed Molly. Carrigan picks up the nades and puts them to use. Ouch. Not really. 1 damage on the spam as well. Badger making his presence very clear on this B bomb site, one that has 4 players in position. Torres making up his mind. They're set to imply they're taking short, but they're not. Aurora waits for FaZe to attack. Oh, good spot. 2 players minimum on that jump. And Torres is moving down.
Yeah, Aurora setting up for the B hit. They're about to have a lot of bodies in this bomb site. Wakadia and Jota make quick work over the B hit. And FaZe just have no purchase over this game. It's all coming up Aurora. They did a great job giving themselves ample rounds in that first half. A lot of room to work with for FaZe. Time is almost up. Another timeout called in. Where Aurora have looked better and better, recovering from what was a pretty horrific slow start to the series where they just never got going on Inferno. They bounced back decisively on Mirage, and now they're looking for more of the same to close. And a great series to watch if you're a fan of Woxic. He was, for my money, the reason they win Mirage, how they do. And here, keeping it going, 14-8. He's had some nice sequences. It is also just so unproblematic on this AWP. They put a lot of faith in him. He's solo playing the top site more often than not. Santares kind of acting as a double rotate with him and Madja, both shifting down towards that B site whenever things get too quiet.
And I've liked FaZe's util.
Well,
bits and pieces. They've had good grenades. They've had nice ideas. This lurk smoke, the short molly to stop the boost and the jump spot. But no kills coming through.
Okay, what do you make of this?
No entries through the smoke. Go Aurora. FaZe gonna get caught off guard. Oh, smoke. Wait. Oh my God. AK should be good for it. Body block. Goodbye. Shut down in the tunnel. Sent to the sewers to live with the mole people. Aurora flush them away.
Dude, I absolutely love the way they stopped that B hit. I absolutely love it. Standing in the tunnel, expecting a contact play, so they're not going to spam. That's the one thing I'm usually worried about.
And a little detail of that is he's standing right on the edge of the smoke, so when he blocks them, he sees them, but they're gray screen. They can't see. And so he can just spam away. They think it's a long smoke.
And dude, like even just kind of down into the micro, Aurora looks so good in that regard. Using every little trick they can.
Makes me feel like they wasted their T side. I still feel like they could have had way more. But those back-to-back B hits that then broke their money, that let FaZe in. And despite all of that, Aurora are flawless in the second half. 6 rounds in a row. And no sign that FaZe is going to break in. It has to be here, it has to be now, or FaZe are going to go home. This one win puts Aurora in the eyes of the club championship, in the eyes of an extra 100K, just from placing alone, with the opportunity for more. Upsets are clear. Upsets are apparent in day one. Aurora want to keep them coming.
Arrogant in at the front. Able to pull one away from Aurora, but Frozen doesn't know where to look. That stray bullet catching him leaves him open to Wakadia, who is just decimating this B hit.
A monster.
I mean, that was the fake. The 3-man B hit that was supposed to keep bodies down there, supposed to draw rotates, and it's not entirely done that. In fact, Aurora is stacked at the A side of the map in seconds with Wakadia's hold enough. The one-man army on for the ace right now. 4 kills deep on his rotate. He's low on health, and Elige will bring him down, but that's going to be the beginning of something special. It's just 2. Aurora on match point, and no rounds yet for FaZe Clan. There's no time left to start getting them. Aurora have ample opportunity to close out this series.
Yeah, and there's been nothing to celebrate, especially in the second half of FaZe, but you can just see the energy of Aurora late into the night, bordering on midnight here, and Aurora are screaming down with every round win, with Cardia 4K shouting them in the face of FaZe as they look for a flawless CT side.
And I mean, I just think it's a huge red flag for FaZe Clan now that this is both their overpass games kind of struggling on that CT side. And I'm almost left thinking, you know, if that's the half you have like a notable struggle on, how could you ever suspect to succeed on the way harder T half?
Yeah, I mean, 3 rounds last time against VP, 0 so far on T. And that was after 7 rounds CT, which isn't horrendous. It's just not enough. Provably, with this offense. Elige had a great showing to start this game. But it can't just be a one-man army. FaZe have had questions enough about their form, about their roster, and they will continue with an instant exit on the horizon at EWC. A dominant debut to this series on Inferno, blowing Aurora out of the server and then shrinking into their seats 2 maps in a row. Aurora have just had the right read, the right stack every single time. This one is an exception. Magic drops down, but as I say that, he comes back up. 3 on this top site. 30 seconds. FaZe trying to make up their mind. That's a big entry. The bomb's going B anyway. Can Carrigan sell it anymore? Does get taken down. In they go to just Wicardia.
Yeah, good info there for Carrigan at least, right? Spotted a bunch of players, but Wicardia hiding in at the barrels. They've spammed this. They might think that's enough. And so Wicardia playing the long game. It's Rain to turn around and check for him. And even as they find that one, will it be enough? Maja and Zantares pull up. And will Zantares close it here and now? Yes, he will. Aurora take down FaZe Clan. A slow start to the series, but domination on Mirage. And now Overpass as the close. Woxic with a lights out series, man. He got rolling on Mirage, and from that point, there was no stopping him.